Boker Tov chickens, chicken pickens. How's everybody this morning?
Good.
Everybody have a nice day off yesterday?
Yes.
All righty, everybody turn on their cameras. All righty, let's see who we got here this morning. We got all the chickens, I think. All right. Let's start off this morning with Sanchez Land. Sanchez Land. Ben's gonna pray. The Sanchezes are gonna do the Shema. And Arlena is gonna do the 10 Commandments. Yay, Miss Arlena. All right, start us off, Mr. Benjamin.
Hello, Rabbi.
Good morning.
Morning. Mia's gonna be here. Have a couple more people getting that thing getting out of control. So she's gonna try to be in class, Mia.
Okay. Well, she can. If she can't, go back to sleep and get better.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't sleep the whole night, so it is what it is. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful morning. And please heal Mia, and please heal and Lev. Please heal their family, Lord. Let them be in shalom and peace. Lord, give them blessings. Heal them, Lord, and give them strength to get back up, Lord. And Lord, protect us through anything, Lord, because there's a lot of things happening in the world. Satan's trying to make you be on his side, to deceive you, Lord. Lord, give us protection, strength, give us shelter and water and food. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kivul Malchuto, Le'olam Vayed. Amen. Hear Israel, the Lord our God is one God. Good the Lord, God you have lived, you just dwell many times before me. Heaven and earth, the Lord's name is vain. You should keep Shabbat holy, other mother, father, do not murder, commit adultery, do not steal, do not lie, your other mother, father, don't covet.
All right. One time again. You want to do from honor your mother and father again? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can do it. You can do it. We know you can do it. Honor your mother and father.
Mother, your mother, and father, do not commit adultery, do not murder, don't commit adultery, do not steal, do not lie, and do not covet.
All right. Everybody give Miss Arlena a big hand. Big hand. We get the big hand. Oh, the monster size hand. Oh, very good, Arlene. All right. Yeah, we know it's the first day of the week, and sometimes we get up a little late and don't eat our breakfast as early as we should have eaten our breakfast. All right. All right. Miss Allie Mae, read Shemot 24:3. Shemot 24:3. Miss Allie Mae.
Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. The people answered with one voice, "We will obey every word Jehovah has spoken."
Thank you, Miss Allie Mae. All right. Now let's. This is the whole of the Prussia. We're doing Prussia number 18. All right. Let's see, Mr. Yeshua. What does it mean to obey? What does the word obey mean, Mr. Yeshua?
Obey means that you have to listen and honor your mother, father.
Okay, you have to listen and obey your mother and father. Very good. Arlena, what does it mean to obey, Arlena? What does the word obey mean?
You listen to your parents.
You have to listen to your parents. You have to listen to your grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, you listen.
Oh, that's very good, Arlena. Very good. All right, let's go a little bit more here. Now it says, we will obey every word Jehovah has spoken. Ben, what are they doing when they say we will obey every word? What is that called?
We will obey every word. That's called
Begins with a P.
like we'll listen to everything that they'll say.
Well, they're saying they agree with what was said and they will obey. That's we understood that. 1 second, Leigh. I'm going with the young kids first. Okay. They're making it begins with a P or it begins with a V. A V. A P or a V. There's 2 words you can use.
A P or a V.
Don't tell them.
A P or a V.
The word that they're doing something. It begins with a P, or sometimes it begins with a V, and sometimes people do this at a wedding.
They'll be patient.
No, 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 no.
I will be. What is that? I will.
Let me see if where's this? Vicky disappeared. Vicky was here. Vicky's story is missing.
Promise.
A promise. A promise? What
Yeah.
is a promise? Can a promise be broken?
No,
Why do people do that all the time?
because they like to disobey.
They like to disobey. They like. Do you like disobeying? Do you break your promises?
No,
No, you don't break your promises.
no, I don't break my promises.
Hadassah, what's so important about a promise? Why can't a promise be broken?
We need to keep it.
Say it again. The birds were louder than you.
We need to keep the promise.
Why do you need to keep your promises? Why can't you break your promises?
Because you're gonna be spanked.
Oh, you're gonna be spanked. You're gonna get a pow pow. That's right. Okay. Now, Miss Allie Mae, when you break your promise, that's called a. What's the opposite of a promise?
The opposite of a promise.
Yeah. Well, or when you break your promise, what's that? What are you doing?
The opposite of a promise would be
Begins with an L.
an L.
An L.
A lie.
A lie. You You ever? Did anybody ever lie to you?
Yeah, I've had a few people lie to me.
How does that feel when somebody lies to you?
It's kind of upsetting
Why is it upsetting?
because you think they're telling the truth, and then later on you find out that they're not telling the truth and that wasn't really true, what they told you.
Well, why was it upsetting to you? You didn't lie.
Yeah, but they lied to me.
Why?
They
Why?
told me something that wasn't true and told me that it was true.
Okay. What? Okay, that's good answer. That's good answer. Mia, why is a lie so bad, Miss Mia?
You're not being honest. And another thing is that you, especially if it's someone you trust, that he or she lies to you, you can get hurt by them, not physically, but like mentally hurt because you trust in that person and you can't believe that person lied to you. Like that person was like told a lie to you, even though the person you trust, this person trusts you too, and this person would also tell things to you that he or she wanted to tell other people, like a husband and wife. And the husband and wife, they depend on each other, so when a lie happens, it's like what happened to the promises we made in the marriage, pretty much.
So you're thinking that when people break a lie and when they lie in a marriage, it's really bad. Will that destroy the marriage when people lie?
Yeah, anything could destroy the marriage.
Anything good destroys a marriage?
I'm saying anything could destroy the marriage. Like anything bad could destroy the marriage.
Oh, okay. All right. Now that's an interesting point that Mia makes. It's talking about a marriage because when here in verse 3 it said Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. The people answered with one voice, "We will obey every word Jehovah has said." Okay, so they're making something that's called a vow. A vow. Let's see, Ben. Can vows be broken, Benjamin? Can vows be broken?
No,
Why not? Why can't a vow be broken?
because you made a vow is just like a promise.
But there's people break promises and break vows all the time. We see lots of people getting divorced. Does God like divorce or does he hate divorce?
No, he doesn't like divorces.
When people get divorced, are they breaking their promises? Are they breaking their vows?
Yes, they're breaking their vows.
And what do you think God Jehovah thinks about people breaking their vows and breaking their promises?
He thinks that when they break their vows, they're an abomination.
Abomination. That's disgusting, right?
Yeah, because God said not to break your promises. God said, let your yes be yes and your no's be no's. So when people break their vows, God doesn't really like them anymore. Like when they break their vows, they already they already like they already broke something that it said in the Bible. They broke so if they broke that promise, then they're gonna break all the 10 Commandments.
Leah, Ben saying they broke the Ten Commandments. When you break one, do you break them all, Leah? Like when you break a promise or you break a vow, are you like breaking all the commandments?
Yes, because when you realize that you are able to break a commandment, then it's not that hard to break all of them. So it's just really easy. That's why breaking vows is not a good thing, because that shows dishonest. That shows how dishonest you are.
Why does it get easier, Leah? Why do you think it gets easier once you start down this evil road of lying or breaking the vow? Why does it get easier to break the other ones?
Well, like if you lie and you succeed in that lie, it must be easy to commit adultery. It must be easy to have gods. Like once you see that it was easy for you to do and succeed in it, then your flesh is gonna want to do more.
Do you think if it's easy to lie, Leia, it would be easy to steal something, or then after you lie and steal, do you think it would be easy to commit murder?
Yeah, that's like Satan deceiving you that to lie, like lie, do it, and then after you're done with that, there's more. He's like, do it more, and like do another thing, and that could lead to something more serious like murder. That's really bad.
Well, leads to something more serious. Let's see if we could hear Marley. Can I hear you? Your picture's not up on the screen. You guys hear us over there? Sinclair. Okay, there seem to be missing. All right, their picture sort of is there. All right, so good beginning. Now let's go back to Yeshua. Yeshua. It says Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. The people answered with one voice, "We will obey every word Jehovah has spoken." What are the rulings, Yeshua? Yeshua, what are the rulings that Moshe told everybody?
Don't run in your home, like my mom says. When
Speak up again. You mumbled. Speak up. You're mumbling.
Say it again.
Don't run. My mom says don't run because we run in the home, and my mom said don't run in home.
All right, so that's your mom's ruling. Okay. Let's see. Arlena. Arlena. Can you tell me what the rulings are, Arlena? Do you know what the word rulings is? It might be a little bit older for you, but let's see if we can stretch your mind. What does the word rulings mean? Rulings.
Anything you want.
Anything you want?
Okay.
This might be a little hard. This might be a little. Maybe we'll have a. Let's see if Ben can explain. Ben, explain what rulings is. Now, Arlena, listen, because I'm going to ask you to explain it after Benjamin explains the rulings if he gets it right. Let's see if he gets it right. Let's see if he gets it right. Oh, let's see, Benjamin. Benjamin, what are the rulings, including all the rulings? What are the rulings, Mr. Benjamin?
Rulings mean like rulings mean to ruling. Rulings mean like things you have to obey.
Okay, we're getting there. Things you have to obey. Rulings are things you have to obey. Oh, Hadassah's waving her hand. Let's see what Hadassah has to say. Hadassah, what is a ruling? Can you tell me what a ruling is?
Rule means like in the commandment, don't steal or do not lie.
Oh, everybody give Hadassah a big hand. Big hand. Big hand. Ah, big hand. Very good. It's the commandments, Benjamin. The rulings are the commandment. The rulings are how to do the commandments, okay, including all the rulings. The people, everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. Like, how do you do these things? Okay, Arlena, can you tell me what rulings is? Did you hear? Did you listen well? And you and Benjamin? Hadassah got it.
It's the 10 Commandments.
It's the 10 Commandments. Very good. Okay, well, those are the commandments, the rulings, the way we live our lives, okay? We live our lives different than everybody else. Okay, so now let's go over to Alamay. Alamay. Now, Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings, all the commandments and all the rulings and the way we do it. People answered with one voice, we will obey every word Jehovah has spoken. Did they do that, Ali Mae?
They did for a little bit, and then they broke their vow.
What happened when they broke their vow?
God got angry.
God got angry? What happened when God got angry?
I guess they got they got punished.
Well, how did they get punished?
Maybe they didn't get any food or water for a while.
Maybe they didn't get any food or water for a while. All
Or,
right, let's see, Mia. What happened? Did the people of Israel and the mixed multitude, did they keep their promise, Mia? Did they keep their vow to Jehovah?
Well, like what Ali said, yes, but they broke their vow later on. It's like they obeyed God's commandments for a little while, but then, as time grew longer since the time they had said this vow, they forgot. And they began doing what was wrong. In other words, it's pretty much carelessness. They were careless in their vow. They didn't take the precautions to keep their vow to God. So they didn't. So what happens is that they broke their vow out of carelessness. They weren't careful. They just did whatever they wanted.
Wait. Let me ask you a question, Mia. You're saying out of carelessness? You can break. What do you mean carelessness? You know, you made a vow to not murder, and sorry, I murdered you. It was just a careless mistake.
What I mean is, they didn't care about their vow anymore. They're probably this may have been their mindset. After let's say 12 years later from making that vow, or even a few days later, they're like, God doesn't remember that vow. I don't think God remembers that vow. That'd probably be their mindset, and then they'd go do whatever they wanted, like worshiping other idols, because of course they went through other lands, so they may have gone through how are they doing this? I want to be like them too. That'd be that they didn't care about their vow. Going to other gods. Not that they forgot. They knew they made the vow, but they just didn't care anymore.
Okay, let's see. There's Miss Vicky. Victoria, what? Oh, you don't got your microphone yet. You got to put your microphone on there, Victoria. All right. I'll ask you a question once I see that you got your microphone. All right. Because you were in the other part of the screen. I had my screen changed today. All right. So I don't know. That's kind of crazy. You know, forgetting a promise, forgetting a vow. You know, how do people forget promises and how do they forget vows? I don't think people forget. I think they don't care. So, okay, so now we're going to move on. We're going to move on with the lesson now. Now we're going to learn some of the laws. Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the chapter a little bit. Ah, it looks like it hurts. It looks like it hurts. Okay, let's see. See, Vicky's got her microphone now. Vicky, let me go back. Victoria, are you there, Miss Victoria?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now I can hear you. All right. I can't hear you over there, Puzzle Cube. You're still in the triangle. So why don't you log out and log back in? All right. So we've been talking about vows and promises, you know, because they said we'll obey every word that Jehovah has spoken. Is it okay, Victoria, to break your promise?
No.
Why not?
Because a promise is like something that you have to keep, and like if you break it, like there can be consequences, or like the other person that you made the promise to will be sad or something.
Has anybody ever broke a promise or a vow to you, Victoria?
I never had.
No, didn't anybody ever break one to you?
Oh, yes.
And how did that make you feel when somebody broke their promise to you?
It made me feel sad
Why did it make you feel sad?
because my friend and I made a promise, but I don't know why, she just didn't want to keep it anymore. So then she didn't tell me, and then I thought she was still in the promise, and then I found out that she didn't want to keep the promise, and she broke it.
And it made you feel sad? It made you feel hurt?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Let's see. Let's go over to Marlies. Marlies. Did anybody ever break a promise or a vow to you?
I don't think so, really. I don't remember anyone breaking a promise with me.
What's so important about keeping your promise?
Well, a promise is like a commitment. It's something you have to keep because you're saying that you'll keep it. But if you break a promise, then that destroys that person's trust for whoever broke the promise.
It destroys the trust. That's a big word, destroys. Can you explain to me what destroys means?
It ruins. It like.
Wow, I love your vocabulary there. You got a great vocabulary.
Thank you.
Your sister's enjoying that. I think that's an apple that she's eating.
Yes. Yeah.
It's one gigantic apple there, Marley.
We have awesome apples.
Did you guys go to apple picking or something?
Nope. Farmer's market.
All right, let me ask Marley. Stop chewing for a second. I know apples are good. Okay. The people of Israel made a promise, and the mixed multitude made a promise to Jehovah that they will keep every word. And they broke their promise. How do you think Jehovah felt when that happened?
Angry.
Angry?
His own people didn't keep their promise.
So what happened when he got angry?
Well, he almost destroyed them all.
You think that it hurt God's feelings?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gotten your feelings hurt?
Yes. I remember something like that happened at least.
And how did you feel?
Quite upset. Dealt well with it, but still upset.
And you felt upset. So what did you do about it?
Well, I told them that they should have kept the promise, and I was still angry at them.
What about you there, Mr. Adrian? Do you think it's okay to break a promise?
Not really. It really isn't.
Not really. Well, what if you just break it a little bit?
It's a bad idea because otherwise, if you do break your promise, when you think about it, if you break someone's promise, you go against your word, you pretty much stab them in the back, and they don't know what else you're gonna break, what other promises you're gonna break. They won't want to trust you.
What does it mean to stab someone in the back? Why would somebody stab somebody in the back? I see, Allie Mae, you next.
Figurative.
What does it mean, Adrian?
I mean, stabbing someone in the back.
Mm.
I mean, it can be figuratively. I mean, it can be just behind someone's back, do evil against him. Despite all he's done for you, or despite a friendship. Just stabbing someone in the back, when their back is turned, you just go against their word, your word, and just do evil against him.
Opposite of what you did.
Okay. Allie Mae had her hand up, and then Mia.
I wanted to add to that, because when you go against what you say and you break a promise, you lie to that person.
You lie to that person, and what does that make you?
That makes me the person, well, whoever broke the promise the liar.
Do liars get into heaven?
No.
Liars don't get into heaven. So you think this is a pretty strong thing for them to break their promise, right?
Yeah.
Can you be redeemed from a lie? Can you be redeemed from a lie?
Yeah.
How do you redeem from a lie?
I think that you have to ask God for forgiveness, and you have to pray to God to get redeemed.
What about the person that you lied to? What happens with that?
You have to ask them for forgiveness too.
You mean you got to go to the person and tell him, I lied to you. I lied to their face.
Yeah, you have to go up to them and say that and say you're sorry.
What if they don't want to forgive you?
Well, at least you said you were sorry.
At least you said you were sorry. Okay, Mia's waving her hands fervently.
I have something to add about the backstabbing part, and also to breaking your promise. So when it comes to like figuratively backstabbing, it means that you're friends with someone, but then like behind their backs, let's say, what it means behind their backs, like when they're not there, you begin like gossiping about them, or like you're not, you begin acting with everyone else like that you're not really their friend, or not that you're not really their friend at all. That's what backstabbing really means. And also that you lie about them behind their back. Now the part about lying, you become a liar from if you don't keep your vows, if you break them. Because now people can't trust you. They can't trust you with whatever they're gonna do. Like, they can't trust you anymore because you lied and broke your promise. Makes you a liar. And just, yeah, you have to go repent you have to repent by apologizing to the person, and then pretty much to assure them, you'd be like, I'll never do it again. But when it says when you say I'll never do it again, I think it's also a promise. Why? Because you're gonna try to keep your promises. You have to try to keep your promises. But because if you break one promise, you'll be accountable for that. There's only one person who can break your promise if you want to be released from it. That's the head of the house. The head of the house can break your promise if you want to be released from it. I remember that from Numbers, I think it was.
Numbers 30, Bamidbar 30.
Mm-hmm. That the head of the house will bring the promise bring the promise to God, saying that the person who asked to break it is released from it. In a way, that'll be as if I guess if you made a promise to someone bad, let's say, I don't know, inadvertently, like you didn't know the person was in other words was asking you to do something, and you were not knowing that this person was actually trying to make you do a promise to him or her. You said yes until, let's say, later on you realize that you had made a promise to someone who was bad, and that's when you go to the head of the house to break that promise, the inadvertent error.
Okay, very good, Mia. But the one part we want to talk about before we move on to the next section, we're going to move on in a second, was what does the word trust mean? Benjamin, what does the word trust mean? Benjamin?
Trust trust means like to like trust. Like you'll give like trust means like you'll
Yeshua, you're next. And then Marlies. Yeshua, then Marlies after Benjamin gives it a try. Benjamin's having a brain aneurysm over there. Trust, Benjamin. Can I trust you?
yes.
What does trust mean?
Trust means like to like put like trust means to what is trust mean?
All right, let's see if Yeshua can help you out there. Yeshua, help us out here. Leia's got a piece of paper. I'll come after you after Yeshua. What does trust mean, Yeshua? Then I'll go to Leia.
Trust, like I jump and and my dad catches me. I believe that my dad will catch me.
So you're jumping off a ladder that's 10 feet high. And you trust that Dad is going to catch you?
When Daddy catch you?
When I jump off.
When you jump in there, catch me. Daddy go catch you.
when I believe I believe or if my
Okay, continue.
my dad will catch me and
Okay, you're getting there. We're getting there. Leia, what, you had a piece of paper up in the air?
No, that was my hand. I have a late speech. Trust means to have confidence in someone or something.
Trust means to have confidence. So when somebody lies to you, will you have confidence in them anymore?
No, you won't, because they broke their promise. That makes them dishonest.
Very good, very good. That's why we start out our days with the Word of God. In the public school, they don't do that. They don't even want the Ten Commandments. And a lot of the, people don't want to follow the commandments. They say we're not under the commandments anymore. Okay, so if you don't have the commandments, then you lie, you cheat, you steal, you covet, you murder. So, because if you can lie, you can murder. If you say we don't have to follow the commandments, you can murder. And that's why our country is not doing very well, and that's why a lot of our children are not doing well. Because once you can lie and you don't want the commandments up in the public school, I think everybody should have the commandments up in their house. I think you should talk to your parents and say, Mom and Dad, we should put the 10 Commandments on the refrigerator. Because everybody goes in the refrigerator, right? Everybody goes in the refrigerator at least once a day. Everybody give me a thumbs up. Everybody go in the refrigerator once a day. Allie's going 10 times a day. Okay. So you would see the 10 Commandments, and the more you see them, you might obey them. All right. What the world doesn't do is they want the 10 Commandments removed. They want them out of there. Okay. So if you remove the commandments, you remove these, then nobody can trust you anymore. Okay. And God gets angry, and God is real. Okay. Those that don't believe God is real, well, they're just stupid. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next part. That was a good part. We had a good discussion. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Mia, read Shemot 21:5 with feeling. With feeling, if you can.
Okay. Nevertheless, if the slave declares, I love my master, my wife, and my children, so I don't want to go free, then his master is to bring him before God. And there at the door or doorpost, his master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will be a slave for life.
Very good reading, me. Everybody give me a golf clap, golf clap, golf clap. Golf clap, golf clap. Very quiet golf clap. All right. So now there is biblical slavery. Okay. And people are thinking they're watching our class and they're saying, oh, there's slavery. There's slavery. They're talking about slavery. Hey, if you have a credit card, you're a slave to the bank. You got to pay the credit card or they're going to come and take your stuff away. Okay. You buy a car, on credit, because you put like $1,000 down on the car, $2,000. The car is $20,000. The bank owns the car. You're a slave to the bank because if you don't pay the bank, they're going to come take your car. Okay? Let's say you have a house. You have a mortgage. Okay? And if you don't pay your mortgage, they're going to come and kick you out of your house because you're a slave to the bank. Okay? Yes, Mia, Wea, Chia, Pia?
Would that apply to the same thing as a debit card? Or is it that the reason you're a slave to the bank is because when you have a credit card is because the credit card, you can borrow the bank's money if you need, but then it comes back to you that you have to owe them. But a debit card is your own money. Would that apply the same thing to a debit card?
The debit card is your own money. So that's coming directly out of your account with your money. The credit card is you're generally going to pay anywhere from 18 to 35% interest. So if you borrowed $1, the credit card, if it's 35% interest, how much would you have to pay?
35 cents?
If it's 35% interest, how much do you have to pay on the dollar? Leah, you're next. 35% interest. Adrian, leave your sister alone.
$35? I'm not sure.
Mia, Leah, help us out here, and then Allie will help you guys out.
Okay, what's the equation again?
Okay, you borrowed the dollar from the bank, and you got to pay 35% interest. How much do you have to pay the bank back?
So you paid 35 cents more?
Correct. Leah, give Leah a big hand. Big hand. $1.35. All right. All right. So now let's go back to the scripture about slavery. Okay. Now, as the slave says, nevertheless, the slave declares, I love my master, my wife, and my children, so I don't want to go free. And his master is to bring him before Elohim, and there at the door or doorpost, his master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will be his slave for life. Okay. What does the word declare? Alan, man, I just got to hear it Southern. What does the word? I do declare. Alan may say, I do declare.
I do declare. You're muted.
You tried to do your Yankee. I want to hear it in Southern.
No.
You just said no in Southern.
That's how I usually talk.
Right. It's Southern. It's beautiful. I love the Southern accent. Okay,
No,
so,
I don't usually talk like that. This is how I usually talk.
right. Because you're from that part of the country. Okay. If you're from Missouri, they say close the closet. They say closet. They don't say closet. They say closet. If you're from Boston, they say pack the can. The can. So if you're from the South, like you're from the South, I do declare.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. You should record yourself and listen to your own voice. I do declare. Okay. So here, now what does it mean when a slave declares? What is the slave doing?
When a slave declares, that means that he's telling his master, he's telling somebody what he thinks.
There you go. That was good. You're telling him one of the things. Adrian, what do you think?
Well, I mean, we're talking about accents. No. We were.
No, I just wanted to hear Allie Mae say it in Southern to say, I do declare.
Oh. Oh.
Because Allie's from the South. Yeah, she's not from North. She's not from the other states that some of the other people are from. Okay. So what does it mean to declare? And Vicky, you're next. Vicky, you're next. What does it mean the slave declares? Adrian.
If he declares that he loves his master, his wife, and his children, and doesn't want to go free, he's gonna his master's just gonna take him before God at the door or doorpost, pierce his ear with an awl.
You're missing. I'm asking what the word declare means.
Yeah, declare.
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 Not Sinclair. Declare.
Declare. It's kind of like, say for example, a speech. You declare everything that is in your speech. You're telling everyone that you don't want to go free, for example.
Okay, we're getting there. We're going there. I'm gonna go to Miss Victoria. I gotta go to Victoria first, Mia. Victoria, what does the word declare mean, Victoria?
Declare means like you're demanding something.
Not demanding. Well, it could be demanding, but in this case, it's not demanding. What does it mean?
Or
Nevertheless,
it
go ahead.
it's like you're confirming something.
You're confirming something. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Now I'll go over to Mia. Mia, declare.
Well, meaning to declare something would be telling, like talking. Like I'm remembering from like a sentence type in language arts called the declarative sentence would be that you're telling something about someone or about some person. So to declare would be to tell something about someone. Let's say telling about someone like your friend would be like he or she is nice or something like that. Like the way we're talking right now is declaring pretty much. Like when you declare the answer to a word.
Okay, we're getting there. Leah, what do you think? What do you think the slave is doing? It says, nevertheless, the slave declares, I love my master, my wife, and my children. So I don't want to go free. Then his masters bring him before Elohim, and there at the doorpost of the door. The masters appears his ear with an awl, and the man will be a slave for life. What is the slave doing when he declares?
He's announcing that this is what he wants.
Say that again. That's perfect answer.
He's announcing that that is what the slave wants.
Oh, Benjamin, repeat what Leah said.
Leah said that's what the slave wants. Like he announced what he wants.
What does the word announce mean, Mr. Benjamin?
Announce means to speak. To speak like loud. To speak up.
To speak up, to speak loud. Very good. What do you think, Marley? What does it mean to declare something, Marley?
Well, to say something.
Why would the slave say this?
Well, because he's saying that he doesn't want to be free. He wants to be with his master, his children, his wife.
Okay. All right. So here he's declaring that he does not want to go free. Okay. Now here, let's talk about slavery for a little bit, because there is biblical slavery, but it's only for 6 full years. Okay. That's what the South was doing wrong. Okay. The slaves that came to America first were British. So it was happening before America was America. The Brits started. The slaves were sold, and it was war booty. Okay. The 2 African tribes got into a war, and the one black tribe beat the other black tribe, and then they took their people as booty, as slaves, and then sold them to the Brits, who brought them to America. Okay. And then if you're a Bible believing person, okay, the Bible only speaks that if there's a debt that's got to be paid, you can be a slave for up to 6 full years. Okay. So, but after 6 full years, the slave is set free, and you give him a bunch of stuff to go free. Okay. So people that, you're looking at this and you're saying, well, they're talking about slavery. That's why I said, you got a credit card, you can be a slave for more than 6 years. Okay. More than 6 years. Okay. Because a lot of people borrow a lot of money, and then they declare bankruptcy, and because they don't want to pay it back. Okay. Then they're bankrupt for 7 years. Okay. So here in this part, in the last couple of minutes of class for today, okay, the slave says, I don't want to go free. I like being with my master. Now, why do you think, Allie Mae, verse 6, then the master is to bring him before Elohim, and there at the door or doorpost, his master is to pierce his ear with an awl. The man will be a slave for life. Wasn't everybody wearing earrings, Allie?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, no, not all people back then were wearing earrings. A lot of people now wear earrings.
So people that wear earrings now, what are they saying? What are they saying?
They're saying that whoever pierced their ears, they're a slave to them forever.
So, wow, that's pretty fascinating. Leah, what do you think about this piercing of the ear?
I think, well, that's the piercing means that that's the master's slave. That's what that means.
Don't you see a lot of people with earrings on outside? Like you go food shopping, you see everybody's got earrings on.
Yeah, sometimes I see that. And I don't
So
know.
what are they saying?
They're saying that they have a master, that they're a slave. I don't know who.
So yeah, I remember a lot of Latino people that come to the congregation where they learn about this. They have the little girls get their ears pierced and they're infants. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
that, Leah?
Well, my mom did that when I was a baby, like I don't know how many months, but I got my ears pierced when I was a baby, and
Wait, Mia.
so when I see babies pierced, it kind of hurts because, well, good thing actually that Vanessa didn't pierce Arlene and Arya's ears because Vanessa felt that she didn't want to, and I think that was because God told her like these kids don't need that. So
Okay, very good. Mia is waving her hand feverishly.
As a matter of fact, about the piercing of the ears, the people nowadays, it isn't new. They stole it from us pretty much. They stole it from the Bible. The idea of the piercing of the ears. Because when you pierce your ear, it shows that you're a slave to someone. In this case, people who pierce their ears and wear earrings nowadays, people who don't follow God, it pretty much is declaring they're a slave to someone. Their master is Satan. They don't even know that they're serving Satan right now, other than the Satanists who know that they're serving Satan. I'm talking about regular people that you see outside. They don't know that they're serving Satan, like they're because their ears are pierced. As a matter of fact, when I was a baby, I got them, but I don't wear earrings. But to me now, I'm a slave to God. So yeah.
All right, good class, everybody. We'll pick this up tomorrow. All right, it's our time to close our class. Oh, Hadassah was already waving her hand. All right, Miss Hadassah, let's why don't you close us in prayer, Miss Hadassah?
Thank you, Lord, for this day, and please help us to listen more. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Have a good day there.